Bible poems, Jonah. Jonah has a nasty feeling that God will turn bad news into good news for his people's enemies. Rather than obey the call to preach to Nineveh, he heads the opposite way, even if it means going by ship. The inevitable storm comes. Sleeping Jonah is roused to face the consequences. He seems quite grateful to find himself alive in the belly of the fish, and after praying, can't really say no the second time. On the outskirts of the enormous city, he brings the message. You have just 40 days before destruction comes. Successful preacher. Even the king wears sackcloth and calls the city to fast. They repent. God relents. I knew you would, says Jonah, and goes to sulk. Moral pressure on God to wipe them out. In the hot sun, God teaches a lesson. A plant appears with welcome shade, then gets destroyed again, worm-eaten. Sulking Jonah is even more annoyed. Hang on a moment, Jonah, says God. If you don't want to lose that plant you never grew, what about these people who I also made, and their cattle too? And so we learn God's plan is bigger than we realised. Jonah and all God's people had better get used to it. For this thing to work, someone will have to learn to love their enemies. Salvation comes from the Lord.